Hello. This week's Parsha is Parshas Va'era. In Parshas Va'era, Hashem tells Moshe about the 4 Leshonot of Geula, the 4 different phrases which refer to Geula, to redemption. לכן אמור לבני ישראל, אני אדוני והוצאתי אתכם מתחת סבלות מצרים והצלתי אתכם מעבודתם וגאלתי אתכם מזרוע נטויה ושבטים גדולים ולקחתי אתכם לי לעם והייתי לכם לאלוהים וידעתם כי אני אדוני אלוהיכם המוציא אתכם מתחת סבלות מצרים. These are 4 לשונות. והוצאתי והצלתי וגאלתי ולקחתי. Now obviously these 4 stages, these 4 לשונות are referring to 4 stages of redemption. The Mefarshim discuss Ve'otzeti is sort of the initial redemption, sort of just to stop the bleeding. We take them out of servitude, out of avdut. And then there's Ve'itzalti is a further stage. Ve'ga'alti, mamash, removing them from Egypt. And then Ve'lakachti, most Mefarshim say is referring to Matan Torah at Har Sinai. The Maharal says it's talking about the Ananei Kavod. But the point is that it's taking the freedom and directing it towards the purpose of Avodas Hashem, right? It's not just freedom for freedom's sake, but it's freedom for the purpose of velakachti, right? Velakachti means that there's an ongoing relationship, just like kicha. When a man marries a woman, it's called kicha shisha. There's an ongoing relationship between God and the Jewish people, an unbreakable covenant, and that is what velakachti symbolizes. Now, these 4 lishonot of Geula are not just referring to stages of redemption in reference to Egypt. These are 4 stages that Am Yisrael is going through throughout history. We've been in exile for thousands of years. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we are actually in the redemptive process now as we speak. We've returned to our land, or at least partially. We have some sort of autonomy. We're somewhere along the line of this spectrum of 4 leshonot of Geula. Just to add another explanation, a little more depth to the idea of 4 leshonot of Geula, which has particular relevance to today, is I had a Rebbe in high school who his parents were Holocaust survivors. And he once told me that he had a completely different take on the 4 leshonot of Geula from his parents. Because he told me, it's one thing for someone to survive the Holocaust. You can survive. That would be the ve'otzeti, right? I took you out of Auschwitz, I took you out of Birkenau. But are you going to be able to retain your sanity? Are you going to be able to raise a family, to raise a functional society? The strength to go on from tragedy, from servitude, from any sort of galut requires multiple different stages, right? So ve'otzeti, I can take you out of Auschwitz, but I can take you out of galut, but will you be a sane person? Will you be able to cope with what life throws your way? And then there's ve'itzalti, a further step. And then there's ve'ga'alti, right? I'm going to save you, right? So taking someone who went through unspeakable tragedy and giving him the strength to perform separate functions, right? To have a family, to be able to raise a society, a country, a state. These are all important steps in the redemption of the Jewish people. Not just to be saved physically, to be saved spiritually, to be saved emotionally and psychologically. And Be'ezrat Hashem, as we face the throes of the galut, the death throes of the galut and the birth pangs of Mashiach in our day and age, we should merit to have all these 4 leshonot of Geula. We should have ve'otzeti, ve'itzalti, ve'ga'alti, ve'lakachti. Everyone should be able to see Mashiach come intact, both in mind and body and soul. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we should see Mashiach soon.